Visas really are easier than ever for foreigners heading to China, and you can see above the friendly border agent the sign about the 240-hour, that is 10-day transit visa. This is part of a larger story, some of which you've been seeing on TikTok around a reorientation of the policy toward tourism. For a long time, China didn't make it very easy for foreigners to visit. Back in the day, and I'm talking decades ago, that had to do with social control and contagion, and you could only go through a government-organized tour with tour guides that were briefed and debriefed daily, and every stop and even serendipitous encounter with a supposed regular person was extensively planned in advance. And the documentation of all of this, some of which I've read at the Shanghai Archives, is both mind-numbing in its extent, but also unintentionally hilarious. Even after that system fell away, though, much of the red tape remained, and for foreigners, going to China, even on a tourist visa, was much more challenging than for a number of its neighbors or kind of peer destination countries. Part of that, I think, was a sclerotic bureaucracy, but another element, too, I think, was national pride. And that is, hey, should we just let foreigners show up and get stamped and enter when Chinese nationals have to go through an application process to visit America or the West? Why don't we make those people also jump through hoops and pay extra fees? And so really, the so-called transit visa is a face-saving way of soft launching or piloting a new approach. You show up, you get your 10 days, you can go just about anywhere, and as long as you depart to a third country, you are good. And remember, from the point of view of the Beijing government, customs and border, Hong Kong itself counts as a different country. This is the other less sexy technical side of what you sometimes see on TikTok, where so much of the China content is sponsored and for tourism purposes, even if that's not disclosed. And so both local governments and the national government are part of this push. We've been brought to this point, frankly, by the fact that the last years have been pretty tough ones in China. And so chasing tourism dollars makes sense because they're all gravy. But I do think it's a good change. I hope it's here to stay and that maybe the door could crack open even wider.